Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is James McDonald, and if you are someone that is looking to live a better life in any way, shape, or form, then this channel is for you. In this video, we are going to dive into a frequency infused meditation. Okay, and it's not just meditation. This is more than a meditation. It's a frequency infused meditation utilizing abilities that I've cultivated over the past 5 years, and it's all about the inner child. Yeah, inner child healing uh, for growth. Okay. So for those that are tuning in live, welcome. Uh, Feel free to comment in the chat box just so I know where you're tuning in from. Hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear. And, you know, um, this session, I decided to do it because, well, one, I felt like I kind of needed it. Honestly, I kind of felt like I needed it. This time coming into holidays and a lot of changes in the world, a lot of internal changes on my side, which has been wonderful, which has been great. It's part of the process in terms of awakening, right? Becoming a better you and peeling away all the bullshit layers that aren't you. Okay, and when you operate at a level that I'm operating at, you have to master yourself, right? Because your ease in which you can move into other dimensions and realities, it's you're walking on a thin rope. Okay, so for those that aren't familiar with timeless and say the work that I do, it's all about consciousness. It's all about versions of who you are from a dimensional standpoint, if you want to call it dimensional healing. Okay, because believe it or not, but we are more frequencies, we are more timeless beings, right? Unseen algorithms that more so that than we are physical beings. Okay, we are timeless beings having a physical experience. Okay, and so, taking that breath in as you tune into the session, because again, this isn't just me chatting away, it's going to be a frequency infused talk and meditation where I help you come into the moment. And as you come into the moment, you start to self heal, you start to self actualize, you start to awaken within. Okay, because you already know deep down, you guys already know the answers. Okay, you just need to tap into the moment that allows you to access those solutions. Okay. Uh, all right. So, again, just taking that breath in and noticing where you are. Okay, noticing where you are, looking around the room. We're getting straight into it, guys. So, looking around the room and just noticing what's around you. Okay, noticing what's around you, the details of what's around you. And then noticing what you can hear as you close down your eyes whenever you're ready. Again, noticing what you can hear around you, sounds on my side, your side, wherever they are. Mm. So you notice what you can smell. There's nowhere to be, nothing to do. Except being here now, noticing what you can smell, noticing what you can taste, as you notice what you can touch, the temperature of the room on your skin, clothes on your skin, as you're breathing in through the nose, exhaling throughout the mouth. As I help you, and for those that are on live specifically, and for those listening to the replay will still be beneficial, but jumping on live, it's more potent because your individual frequency blueprint, you'll say personality, right? It's more than that, but to keep it simple, the coding of your identity contributes to the group dynamic. And then I observe that group dynamic and then adjust the frequencies accordingly in the direction of the inner child, healing the inner child, nurturing that inner child. As we take that breath in, noticing again your senses, what you can remember around you, noticing those details of the room that you're in, the environment that you're in. Many of you feeling very different. So well done. Congratulations. As you notice what you can hear, smell, taste, touch. As you ask yourself this question, how can I connect to my timeless source, my timeless purity, even more, my purest self, even more as you notice the ground, the carpet, the timber, the grass, whatever it might be. You don't need to figure that question out, just let it be. As you notice the floor, And then noticing your breath as you inhale through the nose, exhaling throughout the mouth. Noticing the floor as we settle in, noticing your toes, all the way up to your knees. And if you want, you can find a place to uh, like hug your knees, or you could lie down on the bed like a fetus if you want. We'll give you a couple of minutes. Since it is the inner child healing, it's quite a nice meditation session, imitating that fetus, right? You being an infant in your mother's womb. Just know that this is the safest place for you, is with yourself. So taking that breath in that fetal position, hugging your knees, whatever's comfortable. Helping you notice the distortions that, for a lot of you, were already picking up when you were a kid, even in your mother's womb, picking up the frequencies, the algorithms behind the scenes of this physical reality. So as you take that breath in, helping you reset those algorithms, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to change anything. You may be feeling a certain way. You may have visuals coming up for you. Do not change them. Do not mentally try and change them. They are there for you to see as they release from you, whether it's good or bad, noticing what you notice. As you take another breath in through the nose, holding that breath, exhaling through the mouth. Noticing what's supporting you, the sofa, the bed, the floor, whatever it might be. If you doze off in this meditation, it's all good. As we go deeper, to help you remember your brilliance, it's always been there. It will always be there. Hasn't gone anywhere. That essence, that purity, it lives on. Noticing your breath, no matter what you're noticing, just notice it from quite a lot of you. If you're new to the work, if you're new to me, you may not feel very good. Or you may feel good. But for some of you that might not be feeling ideal, you're seeing the chaos. You're seeing the chaos that you grew up with, that you were pretty much born into. It's not your, it's not yours. As you become aware of it, so just notice that you're aware of it. It's always been there. I'm just helping you open your eyes to how it's always been there. So just taking that breath in, noticing your bones, ankles, knees, hip, spine, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck, base of the skull, where your jaw connects to your skull, all the joints, the bones within your body, that connect one part of you to another. As I help you connect your timeless self to your time-bound self even more. So we just stay here. All you need to do, just notice your breath. So you inhale, for quite a lot of you, again, especially if you are new, despite if you've done all the workshops in the world, this is very different. It goes beyond the mind. It literally, you tap into your source. Beyond energy, the physical elements of energy, sound frequencies, it literally goes into what makes you you, which is beyond the physical. A timeless being. Where that super intelligence lives. Taking that breath in through the nose. And then exhaling whenever you're ready throughout your mouth. And again, for quite a number of you, uh, you're starting to wake up to how you've been limited at a very deep level. Hence why you might not feel too good. Just hang out here. Keep doing the sessions, the Wednesday streams. Or programs, whatever it might be. But for now, simply observing. Some of you feeling that heaviness, some of you feeling that drag, those things that have been connected to you as a child, that got connected to you as a child, whether it was your mother's love, overbearing love, not true love, but uh, a lot of society's love. It isn't really true love. It comes with a lot of obligation, a lot of baggage, a lot of fear, a lot of control, whether people are aware of it or not. So noticing your breath, noticing your spine. For those in the fetal position, noticing your knees on your chest, or however you might be sitting, standing, lying down. As we start to separate from those things that have been limiting you. As we hang out, you notice your body. I'll continue on my side. As we progress, taking that breath in again through the nose, feeling your chest, exhaling whenever you're ready. Noticing the floor underneath you or the chair, whatever's supporting you. So help you generate those frequencies within. Again, very different to meditation or traditional energy healing or even quantum healing. Even though we're going beyond quantum, helping you peel back, open the curtains, turn on the lights to what's always been there. Some of you have done a great job in sweeping it under the rug or managing whatever it might be, whatever patterns it might be. Again, phenomenal management tools. But again, if it's still there, if it's showing up now, we're going into it, right? That's coming on for a reason. So you might as well just allow it. Taking that breath in, exhaling whenever you're ready, whenever you decide, maintaining that breathing pattern, being in control of your breath as you note your ankles, toes, big toe all the way down to your little toe, noticing the shape of your feet, and for those that can, just opening your eyes briefly, looking at something unmoving, like a picture, whatever it might be, painting, point on the wall, and then closing down your eyes again as we just seal things off. As you notice that point or painting or window, whatever it was in your room, your environment, and then noticing the distance from that object to your spine, a point on your spine. And again, for a lot of you, maybe not all, but a big portion, seeing all the bullshit, sensing that heaviness, you don't need to figure out what it is just yet anyway. Just notice it. Be the observer. For others that may have been through the process, right, that have done the foundations program or whatever it might be, that have gone through, again, the foundations numerous times, you may be feeling lighter, more joyful, or at least uh, you can see it, you can sense it. So, congratulations. Taking another breath in, remembering the room that you're in, remembering what's supporting you, the floor, whatever else it might be. And then for those that can stay here, I highly recommend it. Just staying in this space, staying in this zone, being connected with you, your timeless self. It's all I'm helping you do. And as a result of that, your timeless self turns on the lights. You know, you've been living in a home. Imagine you've been living in a home. Your parents live there, your parents' live there, your great grandparents, all the way back to the dawn of time. And no one really cleaned up that well. You know, they put things in the attic, put things under the foundations, all those things. And now your timeless self comes into you, turns on the lights, says, hey, check out the kitchen, check out the garage, right? Look behind the paint, to the rust, to the mold, whatever it might be, and let's do something about it. And what you can do about it is hang out here with yourself and observe. Observe the separation that has occurred between you and that pattern, or say memory. Okay, goes beyond memory, but we'll say memory. That previous, say, dimension of self. I won't go into it, but you can check out other videos about it. That's what we go into in the Foundations program. But taking that breath in, and again, for those that are familiar with what I'm referring to, just notice that separation, that distance between, say, a previous dimension of self and where you are now. And then for those that are relatively new, just notice, say, the detachment around, say, whatever memories or emotions or experiences you might have that came up. Notice this neutrality, that stillness, and just keep noticing that. And when you can, and when you want to, feel free to like the video, share how you're feeling right now. But in your own time, just stay in this space. You know, you can like the video later. You can share later. For now, just hang out. And then when you're ready, you can open up your eyes, looking at something unmoving. Say the wall, notice the wall, and then your body. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to comment in as well. Might take a couple of scans as well if there's anyone that's new on the call. Uh, Happy to give you a brief scan. This is again where, and if you don't want anything to be public, right, this is a public forum. Anyone can view this on YouTube. If you don't want things being shared publicly, then yeah, then perhaps, and I'll do my best to like keep it, you know, under wraps as well. This is where I can read into your blueprint, right? I can see the behind the scenes, say, files on why your life is the way it is. and yeah, give you insight into that. And then in deeper sessions, like I've got an in-person event tomorrow with some in-person sessions in a group environment. Uh, I help you actually shift, just like this call as well. But I actually help you shift those underlying patterns, help you edit, say that wiring at your core level, the deepest level you can go, basically. Dun, dun, dun. I would appreciate a scan. What's happening with my family? Yes. Yeah, Glenna. Yep. Yeah, I see that for you. Absolutely. So basically, what's happening for you, Glenna? It's like your family's finally like finding itself. And I know that sounds funny because it's like things are going to shit, right? It's like, well, yeah, they're going to shit because everyone's letting go of their attachments to each other. Yeah. So, you've been, say, this family unit and everyone's basically entangled in each other. So now what's happening for you, Glenna, and what's happening for your family is everyone's seeing that now. Everyone's like, fuck, like, I've just been entangled with, you know, this in this mess. So now what's happening, and I see in your direct family, everyone's like separating. And it's not to say like you separate physically, but maybe you will. Maybe it kind of does look like that will happen. But you're separating because the individuals are finding themselves. They want to find themselves. Yeah. And it goes beyond the mindset and it goes beyond the psychology. It goes beyond all of that crap. Okay. Because at a frequency level or a timeless level, if you're still entangled, right? If you've ever seen entanglement, you could do all the psychology you want and go to all the counselors you want and work on the family dynamics. But at the end of the day, you're entangled. So it might be a good management tool, but you're still you want to be individuals in a family unit. You don't want to be all like messed up in each other's shit. Okay, guys? So this is awesome, Glenna, because your family literally is like, well, fuck, we gotta figure ourselves out. Pretty much all your family members. Okay, there's a few key. There's one, two, three. Yeah, there's like three, four key family members that I see. Yeah, that really get it, and they want to be. They get it. And then the more clingy type, they're they're struggling a bit. The younger ones are shifting. Yes. Yep. And they're going, I don't want any of your shit. I'm not saying you, Glenna, but I'm saying like the father. I'm just saying that a lot. It's like so yeah. It's like we don't want it. We want to find ourselves. I don't care that you can teach me how to do my taxes properly or how to drill a screw in properly. Like the physical stuff, guys, doesn't matter. It's the frequencies behind it. You know. And then you'll find as parents, and this is good for parents, for parents, for those listening in, and Luby, I'll get to you. When you, when you, when you, um, as parents, when you clean up and you go through the program and you go through Timeless and you're really, elevating your consciousness, you, your kids start to dramatically change as well because your frequencies are different, right? Over time, when you become my teacher would call it exponentially intelligent. But when you become when you're operating from that timeless intelligence, right? That purity, your kids, you're not controlling, and your kids feel that, and your family feels that. And so they start to shift themselves without you even like trying to help them shift in their own time. Everyone has free will, of course. Some move quicker than others. Okay. Um, so, but yeah, nice job, Glenn. Really good job. All right, Luby, can you scan me and my financial situation? Yeah, absolutely. Luby, yeah, so just taking a breath in, uh, taking a breath in, Luby, and just noticing your pelvis. Yeah, because because when I see you, Luby, it's like that. And am I pronouncing your name right? But um, Luby, you're like I see you split. It's like, but yeah, and maybe it might be worth booking in a session as well. But I'll work on you a little bit. I'll work on you now as well. But it might be worth looking into some sessions. So just taking that breath in, Luby, because yeah. Anyway, just take a breath in. Because I see two identities in you, basically. Right. Um, yeah. Does that make sense? It's like you almost feel like there's two people. There's like you have one personality and then another personality. Just comment in if that makes sense. Mm. It's a bit of time lag, so apologies for that. YouTube lag. Luby, does that make sense? More like energies from outside. Uh, yeah, 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 like two identities. It's like, um, yeah, because yeah, yeah. So just take a breath in, buddy, because like you're basically, yeah. And I'll do a little bit of work on you now, but I'd highly recommend a session. Uh, yeah. So I don't know if you're in Sydney, but if you're in Sydney, I've got an event tomorrow night. Might be worth checking out. But if you're not in Sydney, Australia, just look online for some availabilities. I don't know if I have any up yet, but I should be updating it. But just take another breath in, because yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're housing those two identities. So I'll just help you clear them. So just taking that breath in, noticing your spine. There we go. You'll probably feel them leave you as well. But it's like basically, yeah, they like plug into you. So those like two identities like plug into you. So so after this session, Luby, you might actually feel a little unstable or like a little wobbly. Okay, you might even feel it now. And the reason why that's happening for you is because it's like you've been carrying a backpack, right? You've been carrying a backpack that weighs 20 kilos. Yeah. And it's like on your one, and you're holding it with one strap, not two. And then what happens? It's like, okay, cool. You let go of that backpack, and then, but you've been carrying it for so long that you're used to walking in a certain way, right? And then you take off that backpack, and then it's like, whoa, and you feel really strange, right? Because you're so used to walking with that backpack on. When it's off, you kind of, it might take you a little bit of time to just like recalibrate. So if you can't do sessions, I would just pencil in Wednesday, dude. Um, yeah, yeah. So, um, yeah. And are you male or female? Because whether you're a male or a female, um, man or a woman, yeah. I think you're a woman. Feels like you're a woman, but you're like running masculine frequencies from what I'm seeing. Yeah. So let me know in the comments if I'm yeah. So yeah, female. So you're a woman, but like you have this exterior, which is like manly. Okay. We'll say masculine. So just taking another breath in, sweetheart. Just help with that as well. Yeah. It's probably why you can't attract. It's probably why like, and I know I'm not talking about your finances, but like kind of ties into it. Um, so, um, but yeah, you're basically let's put it this way: if you are housing, say another identity, right? Uh, or two in this case, you're feeding two other identities, basically. So instead of just feeding yourself, right, you've got to feed two other mouths. So it sucks you dry, right? Hence why you probably get quite tired a lot. Yeah, despite the health protocols that you do, you like hit a wall at like 3 o'clock from what I'm seeing. Like during the day, like you just hit a wall. Uh, it's literally because it's like your source, like your creation mechanisms, rendering this physical experience, right? Your physical body and your world. You're doing it for an additional two identities, so three in total, right? You and then two other identities, basically. Hence why you would hence why you'd have money problems, right? Because it's like, well, shit. At least that's what I'm seeing. Okay. And there's also some, and again, I can't go into it too much because just time. But yeah, there's someone in your family that, like your grandpa. I don't know if you're really close to him or if he was close to you, but he just seems like, um, no offense to grandpa, but he just feels like a stinge. It's like that. Um, uh, Like he just feels like really stingy and really like scared around his wealth, his finances. So and that's basically coming into you. So it's like, well, you know, and that's showing up in like, and it sounds crazy, guys, but it's like he's like keeping his money for himself, if that makes sense. Does that kind of make sense? So it's like, and because he's connected to you, hence why I'd suggest a session and some of the programs. Because again, it's a process, right? I can only do so much in a reading, in a scan. So just taking another breath in. But so it's like because he's imprinted into you, it's like he's like the money bags. It's like you might make money, but then he kind of like at least that consciousness kind of just takes it basically. Does that make sense? Let me know if grandpa was kind of like that. Yes, that's true, but I also have my work and business running. I thought that is why. Uh, yeah, absolutely. Being manly and masculine has nothing to do with being able to operate a business and to do work, if that's what you mean. Has nothing to do with, I'm not talking about, you know, in the spiritual world or like relationship dynamics world, the masculine is the go-getter, the masculine energy is the provider and the systems and the structure and all of that shit. It from a timeless perspective, you can have all of that. You can have all of that and be a woman and be womanly. Okay, you can do all the work you want, but as a woman, right? So they're just traits. It has nothing to do with being a female or a male. You know, it's just what society has. It's literally just what all of society has um, um, you know, tried to basically figure out. Yeah, no worries. All good. Sweet. Yeah, lovely. Nice. But yeah, check out some of the programs for sure. All right, guys. Awesome. Nice. Lovely, lovely, just straight into it session plus a couple of scans. Love it. So I'll leave you there. For those that are curious, I'll be coming out with Timeless Foundations. It's where we dive further into this stuff, right? And not from a mental perspective, guys. It's not mental. It goes beyond the mindset. It goes beyond your psychology. It goes beyond your mental understanding. You but yes. Anyway, so you move through a process to say connect with your timeless self, and as you do that consistently over a period of about 18 days, this is going to be in January, late January, you awaken your self-healing abilities. Okay, because you're brilliant, you're timeless, you're a timeless being having a physical experience. So when you wake up to that, you look around and you go, fuck, this doesn't serve me, and you get to work. And then what might happen, what's really cool is you might go to a workshop, right? You might have a session with your therapist, or you might, or maybe not, but things just change. Someone might say to you something, or you might just start seeing decisions say just come out of you. You make decisions. You get drawn to specific things that support your healing process, right? Your awakening process, because your frequencies are in tune. You're resonating at that vibe that goes, damn, I need to get rid of this so that I can maintain that resonance, which is closer to my natural state of being. Okay, we're not adding anything, we're just removing all the crap, okay, that you know you've gathered over the millennia, right? Over humanity. So how long has humans have been around? A long time. There's a lot of crap in our DNA. Okay, so if you want more of that, stay tuned. Stay on the channel and subscribe. And if you want to go even further, there's programs on my website, which you can see in the description below. All right. Much love, guys. Peace. Enjoy your evening. Bye.